Hey guys, Miss Smith here. I'm going to be doing practice A and B for your word study stuff this week. So your directions for part A say complete the following sentences with the correct word from your list. Each word will only be used once. So just like previous weeks, I have my list right here. My sentences are over here. So once I use one of these words, I'll go ahead and mark it off because it can only be used once. All right, so number one, my blank told me that it was important to be honest. Okay, based on the words that we have this week and their meanings, I know that something that's going to tell you it's important to be honest is going to be your conscience. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that one in. All right. Number two, I enjoy studying blank and how our language has changed over time. Okay, well, if I look back to my definitions, I know that the only one of these words that would be talking about the language or words would be the study of etymology. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that word in as well. Okay. Number three, having my cousins in town for my birthday made it one of the most blank events of the summer. All right, so if you have your cousins in town for your birthday, obviously from this sentence, it looks like that's not something that happens all the time. So based on that, I'm going to choose the word memorable because it sounds like it's a birthday that you're going to remember for a long time. Okay, number four, I brought home a ukulele as a blank of my trip to Hawaii. All right, so this is going to be an item that you get from a vacation. So I'm going to use the word memento. Number five, my mom suggested that I study blank because of my fascination with rocks and earth. Well, based on my definitions, I know that the study of geology is going to be studying rocks and earth. Number six, Corrine is very blank when building model airplanes because she wants them to be as close to perfect as possible. Okay, so the only one of these words that talks about, paying close attention to something, looking at detail, wanting things to be exactly right, is going to be the word conscientious. Number seven, when my hamster died, I wrote a poem to blank him and then we buried him in the backyard. All right, if you're writing a poem to or for someone who has died, there's a good chance you are going to memorialize that person or thing. Number eight, I have learned so much about the world and the universe in my blank class. All right, so based on the words that I have left, if I'm thinking about the world and the universe, the one that makes the most sense here is going to be my science class. Number nine, I have read the blank, The Diary of Anne Frank. Well, The Diary of Anne Frank is a book about Anne Frank's life story. So this is going to be a memoir. And number 10, we will study humankind in this blank class. Well, I know that that is going to be anthropology. Oops. There we go. All right, practice B. All right, remember these are my yes or no questions. We're going to treat them like true or false. So number one, a memoir is a type of fiction novel. All right, well, if I'm looking at my choices here, I'm going to go with no, because I know that a fiction novel is not going to be telling a true story. All right, number 2, a conscientious person is very precise and careful. All right, I know that that is true about a conscientious person. Number 3, geology is the study of life, particularly plants and animals. All right, well, I know that my definition of geology does not talk about plants and animals. It's talking about rocks and earth. So I'm going to go with no on this one. Number 4, to memorialize something, you must make a statue or monument of it. All right, on this one, you can make a statue or monument, but you do not have to. So I'm going to circle no here because that's not the only way to memorialize something. Number 5, an etymologist probably has a special interest in language and words. Well, seeing as how etymology is the study of words, I'm going to say yes here. Number 6, Mount Rushmore is an example of a memento. All right, well, a memento is going to be something similar to a souvenir, and Mount Rushmore is not something you can just pick up and bring home from a trip. So we're going to go with no on number 6. Number 7, listening to your conscience is very important. All right, I do know that this one is yes, because that is an important thing to make sure you do. Number 8, an anthropologist knows a lot about human races and ethnicity. Okay, well, if anthropology is studying humankind, that's going to be races and ethnicity. So I'm going to go with yes on number 8. Number 9, science is an important subject if you want to learn about magic and wizards. Well, I'm going to go ahead and circle no because I know that that has nothing to do with science. And number 10, a memorable experience is easily forgotten. Okay, I'm also going to circle no here because if something is a memorable experience, it's going to be something you remember.